Go. Oh no. Hell no.
In September of 2017, the owners of a home near Las Vegas would begin to notice suspicious charges to their credit cards. Upon further inspection, they would confirm that they 100% did not make these purchases. Now, the couple did lose a purse containing multiple cards a few days prior, but they just assumed they misplaced it somewhere around the house. Obviously, now seeing recent activity on the cards, they realized this was not the case. At some point, the purse had to have been stolen. They began reviewing home security camera footage to pinpoint when exactly they left the house with the purse and unknowingly didn't come back with it. But oddly, they would find that at no point did they return home without the purse. This would cause them to take a deeper look at the footage, practically analyzing everything hour by hour. And after a while, this was the footage they were met with.
If I had an Adidas house and somebody tried to, first of all, anybody with cluck intentions would not even be in the house. But let's say, for instance, I had an Adidas house and it went down for a few minutes, whatever, or it was something was going on with it. So all the security and defenses were down, and somebody got into the house, and then it turned back on while the person was in the house. It would have grabbed that person by the yeah, had a nice strong grip, and then yanked out the house. My ass. God damn. Is that somebody's sleep right there? You're lying.
Two men would enter the house by climbing a back wall to get into the backyard, and from there simply walk through the back door to the house, which was unknowingly left unlocked by the homeowners. They would then silently creep into the kitchen and steal multiple valuables, one of which was the purse. Most disturbing, though, is the fact that not only were the homeowners in the house while this took place, but they were sleeping on their living room couch only a few feet away.
I wish animals, like household pets, dogs can usually do that. I don't know about cats, because that looks like a cat. They can detect cluckness, bad intentions, negative vibes, bad vibes, red flags, and all that from people. Not only from spirits and whatnot. That being said, I wish that cat would have clucked them up. Talking about some you know what I'm saying?
Judging by the way the two men were walking around the kitchen, it's clear they were aware of this. Would the homeowners have woken up during this? And it's possible things could have ended a lot worse than just a few stolen items.
They didn't feel nothing?
The two responsible for the burglary have yet to be identified by police.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Have yet to be identified by the police. Don't they got like a zoom in and enhance feature or something? Like, this quality is not that, it's not that bad.
By police.
Come on, you're lying. Go back. Go back to hold on. It's not that bad. I feel like they could have did something with that.
Through the back door to the house, which was unknown. It's clear they were aware of this. Would the homeowners have woken up during this? And it's possible things could have ended a lot worse than just a few stolen items. The two responsible for the burglary have yet to be identified by police.
Just walks right in there,
Jerome Kennedy and his wife were homeowners in Pittsburgh. They were your everyday average family. However, in July of 2017, the couple would start to hear strange noises coming from their attic during the night, like enough to wake them up. At first, they would ignore it. But over the next couple of nights, in addition to the noises, they would now also see a light shining in through a pipe. This would push Jerome to call the police. He believed his neighbor, who he shared an adjoining wall with, was responsible. But when police went over to question his neighbor, he would deny everything. And because Jerome didn't have any proof, police couldn't really do anything. But still believing his neighbor was responsible, Jerome would manually set up a camera in his attic to get proof, or at the very least, to see what was actually happening. That night, Jerome and his wife would not wake up to any noises, but Jerome would decide to review the footage anyway. And this is the sight he was met with.
Is that the neighbor? He looked creepy as hell. Bald head looking at it.
Jerome's suspicions were correct. His neighbor, Robert Havrilla, can be seen crawling around the attic with a power drill. Seeing this, Jerome would once again call the police. Now that he had video evidence to show them, his neighbor Robert would promptly be arrested. It was later discovered that Robert had made a removable wall to gain access to their attic.
Oh my God.
And under the attic, multiple holes were found drilled into the shared brick wall between the two houses. This evidence, along with the disturbing footage itself, would ultimately get Robert Havrilla charged with stalking and trespassing.
God, Jesus.
On a day in October...
This? I mean, it looks like wood. I'm pretty sure it's wood, but at first glance, that looks sus as hell.
2021, a mother named Keen Winchester and her 2-year-old son were home alone.
Winchester.
The day started out like usual, but later on this would change. She would begin to hear banging on her front door, followed by a male voice yelling for help. Naturally, she would go up to her front door to see who it was, but she didn't recognize the man, so she decided to ignore it. Over time, the banging and yelling would only grow louder. It got to the point where it was clear the man was no longer simply trying to get the homeowner's attention, rather he was genuinely trying to break into the house. In response, the mother would grab her 2-year-old son and barricade themselves in an upstairs bathroom. Horrifyingly, while they were hiding, they would begin to hear actual glass shattering. The man had broken into the house, all of which was captured by one of the home's security cameras.
That is so goddamn. That is so scary to look at. That is so creepy. Scary to look at. To see somebody break into somebody's house and to actually see them go inside when it's a little ass kid. I mean, granted, they had, it's a grown up in there, but still, like, that's a scary ass sight. My condolences, Jesus. Would it be, I don't know if this would be a cluck thing for me to do. Or I don't know if I would be considered a head ass. But like he said, he would yell out, help, 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 from outside. But then I'm inside and I see you, I see you, see me, right? We're looking at each other. You're yelling for help. And then I do this. Help, 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 Would that be a head-ass thing for me? I think that would be a head-ass thing for me to do. Because obviously he came in with, cluck intentions. So I'm not about to open the door or anything like that. But I just feel bad for that family. Damn. That convenient ass wood. That shit don't. I know glass is in your skin.
The man was able to use a piece of firewood to shatter one of the windows. From there, he would dive headfirst into the house. As soon as she heard shattering glass, the mother would desperately call the police, explaining the situation.
As soon as what? If I was her, I would have desperately called police as soon as I heard somebody outside my place. What are you talking about? You waited too long to call the police? Are you dead ass?
She was now in. It would take the police a total of 10 minutes to respond.
10 minutes? Wait a minute. 10 minutes to, like, you said respond. 10 minutes to get on the phone or 10 minutes to get there? Because if it's 10 minutes to get on the phone.
During that time, however, the intruder was unable to locate where the mother and her 2-year-old son were hiding. When the police finally did arrive, the man would be arrested and later hospitalized for cuts he received while climbing through the window. It's still unclear why the man did it. He had no connections with any of the homeowners. Police believe this was the result of him being under the influence of something, but what exactly is never made clear.
Oh, crazy.
It's also not clear what he would have done had he actually found the mother and her 2-year-old son.
Clucked him up. What are you talking about?
Way back in November of 2009, a man named Joe Cummings lived in a small New York apartment.
Oh, I think I remember this one. I think somebody comes up from the top of the apartment. I think.
He would suddenly start to notice food disappearing from his fridge and pantry that he knew for a fact he himself was not eating. After this went on for a while, he finally confronted his girlfriend about it. But oddly, she would deny eating any of his food. Not believing her, Joe decided to set up a camera overnight so that he could catch her in the act and confront her with the evidence. However, when Joe woke up the next morning and reviewed the footage, he would be met with something pretty horrifying.
Doesn't somebody come from the top? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if that's the girlfriend or not, though.
An unknown woman who is not Joe's girlfriend can be seen climbing down from what Joe claims is a storage area in his apartment that has no connection to any outside ventilation or anything of the like.
What?
She would then walk over to the fridge and pantry and begin eating different foods, drinking milk.
If it has no outside ventilation whatsoever, how the hell she get inside? Somebody's in cahoots.
Etc. That's when Joe would actually come out of his bedroom, forcing the woman to quickly find a hiding spot. Once Joe went back, she can be seen gathering up some more food before retreating back into the storage area.
You don't feel nothing? You don't sense nothing? Got it. My ass.
When Joe reviewed the footage the next morning, he immediately called the police. When the police arrived, they would take the woman out of the storage area and arrest her. It's unknown how she got in the apartment, but because he's on the top floor of his apartment building, Joe believed she could have gotten in through a fire escape which was located on the ceiling. Police would guess that the woman had been living in the storage area for a couple of weeks, with plans to eventually rob Joe. But whether or not these were actually her motives would never be confirmed.
And they're eating good as hell. For free as hell.
In 2016, a couple of homeowners in Australia would notice a strange man on their home security cameras walking around their property. At first, it was assumed it was someone they knew stopping by, but this theory was quickly discarded when the man began to crouch down and creep around the property.
I don't know nobody whatsoever that will come to where I live and then just creep around like that. You want some such shit. Don't you come around my place doing that shit. Please.
As if he knew he wasn't supposed to be there. At one point, he can even be seen hiding behind a parked truck so that a passing car wouldn't be able to spot him.
Spider-Man looking at it.
This would, of course, be a shocking discovery for the homeowners, and it made them question whether this was the first time the man had creeped around their property.
Probably not.
In fact, the homeowners would actually go back and check previous footage to see if they could find any other occurrences. It turns out they would find another. It happened a few days prior. This time, the man was looking in through a back door of the house with a flashlight.
No.
What exactly this man is doing, or what he had planned, is unknown. The homeowners would notify the police about the situation, but they couldn't identify the man, so there wasn't really much they could do.
Nice.
At least according to what's been documented, the man would not be seen on the property again. This footage was taken in New Jersey. A mother and her 2 daughters were home alone.
You gotta get this person. Come on. Come on. Even I know who that is. That's Mike Swishahands. What?
The home they lived in was 2 stories. The 3 of them were all upstairs. That's when the mother would begin to hear strange noises coming from down.
God damn, bro. Jesus. I'll be okay, or I don't know. I'll be okay. You know, if somebody broke into a house with nobody in it, but when you have a whole family in there, like that's just you couldn't wait, man. Damn. That, oh God, I don't like that. Like, I don't like robbing, anything like that. I don't like no cluckiness, anything like that. But like when you do it and it's like you dealing with kids and you dealing with like a whole family, that's where it's just like bro, like you couldn't wait until they was gone? Jesus.
Stairs. No one was supposed to be down there, so a little concerned, the mother would check the home security cameras on her phone. This is the sight she was met with.
That's so scary.
A man who she'd never seen before could quite clearly be seen walking around the first floor of her house. Right when she saw this, she would silently barricade herself and her 2 daughters in an upstairs bathroom. Then she would call the police. However, the police would take a while to respond, leaving her and her 2 daughters to basically just sit there watching this man through the house's security cameras, praying he wouldn't come upstairs.
I feel like every household, every family, and I feel like every family in a household should have at least a bazooka.
Fortunately, the man would not end up going upstairs. In fact, when the police finally did arrive, the man was gone. Though his intents were clear. He had left with multiple valuables. At one point in the video, you can even see him carrying the homeowner's purse. But as far as if he had gone upstairs and found the homeowners, there's no way to tell what he would have done. Had this happened, and things could have easily gone a lot worse. Police aren't sure if the man was armed, and ultimately, they would be unsuccessful in identifying him.
Man. You gotta have some sort of weapon on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like a metal baseball bat. You know, that baseball bat from The Walking Dead with the barbed wire on it. You know, a bazooka, a shotgun. You know, some knives. Cause that's just like the one that I don't like. The one that really got me was the one that that just got in. This one. I think it was this one. Where the back door or whatever, like one of the doors was just unlocked and they just went in while they were asleep. Bro, oh my God. You know, when I had Peanut, this is why I love dogs. Maybe cats can do this, but like, if somebody was in the house or around the house, and it wasn't me or Cooley or somebody that Peanut knew, he would growl, he would bark and stuff like that, you know, to let me know that there's somebody on the premises. So that being said, if I was asleep and somebody was in my house and I had Peanut, best believe he would growl, bark, whatever, make some sort of noise to let him and I know that there's somebody with cluck intentions in the house. Meanwhile, you got the cat just looking at this shit happen, like talking about something. Hey, don't mind me, you know, I'm just here. You do whatever you want, you know, just so long as I, you know, eat, get my water, you know, I'm good. Don't worry about me. That Joan crazy right here, cause how the hell did she get in? She been there for weeks. Y'all didn't notice nothing for weeks? Jesus. Man, just check the checklist, please. Check the checklist. Hey, nobody check the checklist. Hey, nobody check the checklist. Hey, nobody check. Nobody check. Hey, keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.